Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am doing a collective reading and energy updates for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. So if you would like to tune your energy into this collective virtual space here, you can do so by liking this video and also by subscribing to this channel. I got a little bit distracted there because we have the Door to Value card reversed coming out here right away. As I was saying, when you like and subscribe, this is a form of energy transference, which allows me to pick up on you, your situation, and your unique energy more specifically and clearly. Door to Value reversed. So I'm picking up on someone struggling with self-worth or self-value. The numbers 3 and 1 might be significant to someone, 31 or 13. I've also been seeing just a lot of these repeating numbers recently. So who is feeling a low sense of self-worth or self-value? Hostilities in the upright position. I'm going to pull another clarifier card here. Deceit in the reversed. Okay, so some kind of truth coming to light here that someone is internally fighting within themselves. And as a result, feeling some kind of a low sense of self-worth or self-value. What is this truth that someone is fighting? Okay, so we have the heart chakra in the reverse position. So because we have the heart chakra card coming up here reversed, I'm really feeling pulled to read a little bit from the guidebook here. So I am going to share a message from the guidebook. This card reversed indicates some blocks in the flow of your heart center energy. Perhaps it's an old sense of abandonment, or the grief of a broken heart, lingering from a long past event. It's time to heal the old, stuck stuff and move on. Don't bypass the pain and pretend it doesn't exist. This card can also connect with Archangel Raphael, so that might be significant to some of you listening who do connect consciously with angels or guides. But really what I'm getting from this card is a deep sense of grief moving through someone's heart chakra center. And of course, we have the broken heart card here in the upright position. It's interesting because while I was meditating, I kept hearing the word grief, that someone was deeply grieving something from their past or some kind of transition taking place in their life. If you are a twin flame and you're connected with a counterpart soul, meaning you are incarnated here on earth with another soul who shares your identical core soul frequency, and therefore there is a lot of energetic transference between the two of you, you may be picking up on their sense of grieving as well. So I want some clarification on what exactly this person is grieving. Okay, so we have the Chariot reversed. This can speak to something being blocked by obstacles. So someone may be grieving the fact that something they really desire in their life, or specifically in a love connection, feels like it's been blocked by obstacles in the past. I'm getting that this grief may be shared by both a feminine and masculine here in this situation. meaning the feminine here may be grieving that from her perception, the masculine may have presented these obstacles to their union or their coming together, whereas from the masculine's perspective here, he may be grieving, feeling a lot of regret and specifically remorse with the Five of Cups upright for, I'm hearing I isolated myself or I separated myself because I was under the illusion, I feel this masculine saying, under the illusion that by separating or isolating myself away from you, Divine Feminine, I could protect myself. I feel a really deep abandonment wound within this masculine. This may go all the way back to childhood for some of them. There may have been a mother figure. I'm getting the letters G-R-E that could be letter initials for someone here. First or last name, but again, do keep in mind that whenever I channel specific names, letters, details, dates, etc., these are typically just meant for specific individuals, so they will not resonate with everyone necessarily. But I do feel that there is a masculine here feeling a lot of remorse for the way in which he created some kind of a separation from the feminine or self-isolated, kind of withdrew himself. This may have been emotionally or literally. I see someone texting, so you might communicate with this person via text or phone, and they may have really pulled away or tried to stop responding or being as responsive. Physically, they may have tried to withdraw themselves from you in some way in the past, but I feel them saying, I'm now realizing this love is eternal and that it's not dependent on time, space, or distance. This masculine mistakenly believed that if he were to self-isolate, if he were to withdraw himself from you, Divine Feminine, that he would be able to bypass the feeling of these really deep-seated emotions coming up within him, specifically this abandonment wounding, which I feel the intensity of your unconditional love actually pulled up within him, this deep fear of abandonment. We also have the Queen of Swords in the reverse position. Now, this can speak to someone who can't be trusted, and I feel like this masculine may have put his trust in a Queen of Swords reversed energy, someone who may have created some kind of interference within this connection. This could have been a romantic situation, so it could have been a karmic relationship with a feminine third party. But for some listening, this also could be a friend, a mother figure, someone in this masculine's life who created some kind of confusion in his mind or in his energy around you, Divine Feminine, or around this connection. We also have the full moon in Pisces, balance spirituality and practicality. So someone might have Pisces energy in their birth chart here. This can also speak to someone feeling highly emotional at this time. And this masculine realizing with balancing spirituality and practicality, I feel that in the past he tried to be overly practical, overly logical, but he's now realizing that he's unable again to bypass these feelings. I'm getting the name Kevin for someone for some reason, but he's unable to bypass these feelings and emotions that he has toward you, Divine Feminine. And again, I do feel this Queen of Swords reversed energy could have had something to do with this. We also, though, have a kind of overarching card here. A new start is coming with the new moon. So I want to know what kind of new start is coming. What kind of new start is coming? The letters B and H may be significant to someone. Knight of Cups reversed. What kind of new start is coming? I'm going to pull another clarifier. Oh, I see. So we have Knight of Cups reversed shifting into the Emperor. The Knight of Cups reversed really speaks to the fact that in the past, that these words unrequited love keep coming out here. So I feel like although this masculine reciprocated the love, on an emotional, energetic level, he tried to bypass his feeling experience of it because of the pain that was brought up along with it. And because of this, I'm hearing something about boundaries. I feel like this masculine may have had poor boundaries with some kind of karmic situation in his life that created interference within this divine connection. So this could have been poor boundaries with a workplace, poor boundaries with his own time and energy, poor boundaries with some kind of substance or addiction. But for many, I'm getting this may have been poor boundaries with another person, with friends, family, or even with a kind of romantic encounter or connection that may have caused a lot of pain and hurt to the feminine on the other side of this. But I see this masculine shifting into the emperor, and really what I'm getting is the word transforming. I feel this masculine saying, I am transforming to the emperor that can rise to meet your empress energy. And the emperor really resembles someone who is capable of providing structure and stability to the beautiful, divine, feminine counterpart essence and energy. Someone who is dependable and stable and secure. And I see this being who this masculine is in the process of becoming, which really indicates he's going through a strong awakening process as well. So as I was channeling into this emperor energy, the Queen of Wands came out here in the upright position. And I feel this being the opposite of that Queen of Swords reversed, whatever that karmic situation that may have been a karmic feminine for some of these masculines was. Someone who created some kind of, I keep hearing confusion. It's like this person somehow confused this masculine, in part because they were feeding them lies or misinformation. It's really interesting. I don't normally channel information like that, but I know that will resonate with someone who is connecting with this reading. We have the Angel of Strength in the reverse position, and I'm feeling like there is a guidebook message here for this card as well. You are not perceiving the truth of your own power. The situation you find yourself in may seem overwhelming. Don't fall into any old patterns of giving your power away. When you let others define you or make decisions on your behalf, you take yourself out of the picture of your own creative destiny. It's time to take back control. And I feel that this is what this divine masculine's guides are calling him to take back conscious control of his life and of these situations where in the past he may have felt very powerless. I feel like this masculine gave a lot of his power away over to some kind of karmic dynamic or situation. Again, this could be a person, a love situation that was very karmic. This could be a job, whatever the case was. This masculine is really being urged at a deep energetic level to fully reclaim his power and step into that emperor energy that can rise to meet you, divine feminine. And we also have a time to give rather than take with new moon in Virgo. And I see that in the past, the feminine here may have been doing a lot of the giving in this situation, and spirit put a stop to this somehow. I'm seeing that either there was some kind of separation, some kind of sudden ending. It has a very sudden feel about it. So I feel like something may have happened or came to light very suddenly that created some kind of disconnect or separation, or may have ended a romantic 3D relationship between these two. If you were romantically together in the past, that may have, I'm hearing like turned it into a friendship. This won't be for everyone, but for some of you, you may have been romantic in the past with this person, but then it's almost like spirit friend zoned them or this situation because there was a situation in which the divine feminine here was over giving herself to the masculine, but not receiving equal parts in return. And so Spirit put a stop to this cycle to open the feminine to her more receptive energy and to urge the masculine forward into giving, again, with a time to give rather than take. I do feel that with this connection, even if there was some kind of separation, which of course separation is really just a 3D illusion. There's no such thing as separation at a soul level. But if there was a 3D separation, I'm getting that regardless of what either of you says or does or who you connect with in the physical 3D world, romantically and otherwise, there is this really deep eternal bond between the two of you that seems to pre-exist and coexist along with everything that happens in your lives. This bond remains even at times when, with cornucopia reversed, it may feel as though things aren't fully grounding or manifesting into the physical, and it might feel a little bit hopeless at times. I hear someone saying, can we at least be friends? So there is this feeling of, even when you are disconnected, there is always this bond, this desire to be in each other's lives, to communicate. And this is really giving me a lot of energy from the last reading on Monday, when we talked about this deep, ancient soul contract between two souls that kept them coming back together. And that reading may resonate with you as well. So I do invite you to go back into that reading if you're new here and this is really connecting with you. Someone might be seeing a lot of the number 999 as well. By the way, if anything here is resonating with you while you are listening, I would love for you to leave me a comment under the video and let me know. It is interesting how we have cornucopia reversed in the broken heart card. So I feel as though there have been a lot of cycles of heartbreak with this person, specifically around someone here, most likely the feminine, feeling undervalued or underappreciated. By the way, prior to this reading, I kept hearing the name Gabriel or Gabrielle, and this could be connected with the angel Gabriel, or this could be someone's name. With the thinking woman reversed, I feel that a feminine here who felt undervalued, who felt underappreciated, had to release control of external circumstances, or an attempt to control external circumstances. I'm getting the sense that she recognized this as a very high level soul connection, but then the mind got over involved here and wanted to control how it was going to play out. With the strategy card upright, it's like her mind tried to plan a timeline for this, or to figure out through the mental realm how this was going to play out. But again, this perpetuated these cycles of continuous heartbreak, because at a soul level, at this higher self level, this was not ever and is not a connection that is meant to be controlled through the mind. It is something meant to be unfolded, experienced, something that is meant to activate us at a really deep soul level. And so I feel with Door to Romance reversed, I feel this higher level spirit guide message coming in for the divine feminine here, saying, as long as you try to understand this, grasp this, or control this process through your mind, it kept feeling like those doors to move forward with this person in 3D kept closing in your face, so to speak. And it was a very frustrating experience, but ultimately meant to teach you surrender through almost like this total defeat of the heart, like being through the same cycles over and over, that you just get tired and finally give it up to the universe and finally let go. And the beautiful thing is that it's actually in that letting go that I now see things aligning, see things coming together. So I want to actually channel into some details on that. So how are things aligning between these two souls? We have the Page of Wands, which is a very optimistic card. It feels like this situation is shifting into something very fresh, something very new, even if this is a person you've been connecting with for a long time in terms of physical earth, months, or years. I'm hearing that the divine is infusing a lot of fresh forward movement energy into this situation because the space has been created within it through a kind of mutual surrender, a mutual total giving up of control has actually opened space in this connection for fresh movement forward. And we have the Strength card. And this speaks to inner strength, courage, bravery, confidence, compassion, overcoming self-doubt. And this also connects with the number 8, which can be related to the number 888, which is often connected with abundance, with a very abundant frequency. So I see that right now at this time, the most powerful thing that you, Divine Feminine, are doing to continue holding space within this situation and connection is that you are choosing to overcome within yourself patterns of self-doubt, limitation, lack. You are really raising your frequency to the level of limitlessness, of abundance, of openness in all areas of your life. And with the end of a tough cycle approaches, I see that this radical upward shift in your vibration is creating space for the divine to push things forward in alignment between you and this person, if that is what you desire at a soul level here. But I see that Spirit is guiding you, Divine Feminine, if you are the feminine listening, to continue focusing at this time mainly on cultivating this sense of inner confidence, inner strength within yourself, specifically working on any areas or aspects of yourself where you are still lacking in a sense of self-worth, where you are still doubting yourself in any way. Yeah, and right as I said, no longer doubting yourself in any way, we have these 7 of coins upright. And this card often stands for making investments, but I heard invest in yourself, invest time, care, energy, perhaps even money in certain situations, in your own self, in your dreams, in what you desire to create or attract in your life. And I see this bringing a great deal of reward for you at this time, Divine Feminine, really bringing in this harvest season of your life where you will see the manifestation of dreams and goals you've been holding in your heart for a long time. The Hierophant reversed. I also feel that a major, I wanted to call it a challenge, but it's really a breakthrough along your path, Divine Feminine, is this Hierophant reverse card. This is you challenging tradition. This card connects with the number 5, so you might be seeing the number 555. This is you allowing yourself to not conform, allowing yourself to not be conventional, to not follow the crowd, whether this is in your life, your work, your relationships. I just see this wave of consciousness following behind you in this kind of patterned way. It's like there's this dynamic of following the crowd, doing things a certain way that is pushing you very strongly in the same direction, but you're fighting against it. You're pushing back against it because you are the generational curse breaker of your family's line. And I feel that some of this may be in connection with your dating life. I'm getting someone who in love, marriage, or dating might be coming up against a lot of convention, a lot of limiting belief systems where people around you don't understand why you are acting, behaving, or doing what you are doing when it comes to love, relationships. This may be specifically because of this masculine we've been channeling that you're very much connected to. And maybe you've been breaking convention with the way in which you are choosing to love and to be in love, or who you're choosing to be with. For some, you might be going through a divorce, a breakup, a separation, and you might feel as though people around you don't understand why you are making the choices you are making in love. But again, that won't connect with everyone. So only take that if it resonates with you personally. But I am hearing that if that does resonate with you, you are learning how to do something differently, how to not conform. And because you've made this powerful choice, you are being gifted with beautiful, harmonious soulmate or twin flame connection that you are now attracting in a powerful way, because you chose to do things differently, because you chose to overcome the limiting belief systems that have held back your family's line for generations. With the Temperance card, this speaks to balance, peace, patience, inner calm, but also soulmates and harmonious relationships. Because you've chosen to do things differently, you are being gifted with the kind of energy that is magnetically attracting in truly deep, authentic, meaningful relationships and connections, both platonically and romantically. And of course, we have the 10 of Cups card in the upright position. This can speak to marriage. So for some of you, you might be attracting in a very beautiful, stable, harmonious marriage relationship with someone to whom you also share a deep soul connection. I see this being either a high-level soulmate or a twin flame. I see this person providing a lot of stability, security in your life. There being a lot of happiness in this situation. But again, all of this seems to be very much dependent on two aspects. You, Divine Feminine, both continuing to have the courage to be unconventional, to challenge the traditions, many of which contain limiting belief systems and programs that you were inundated with, perhaps from your youth or childhood, and also you continuing to address and overcome these patterns of low self-confidence that may have plagued you in the past, continuing to believe boldly, firmly in yourself, even if you feel as though you are standing alone. But you are never truly standing alone, because I see you being very much surrounded with a lot of spiritual protection. You have very strong spirit guides around you, angels, whatever divine forces you personally connect with. You are very surrounded, guided, and protected at a spiritual, energetic level. But I'm also getting that in the physical, you might appear to be or feel to be at times very much alone. Wow, very powerful reading coming through here. So in the extended version of this reading on Patreon, we are going to go deeper with these messages. We will be channeling more information on this bond between the feminine and masculine coming through here, what each person in this situation may be consciously thinking, feeling, dealing with at this time in their personal life, what they are feeling toward the other, whether they are speaking it aloud or not. We will also be channeling higher self love messages from both the feminine and masculine here, as well as spirit guided messages for both the masculine and feminine in this situation, what their spirit guides want them to know most at this moment in time, in love, and on their life path as well. But for now, I am going to close this YouTube reading here with the Star Mother Arrakis card from the Rumi Oracle deck. So give me a moment to turn to the card. And the channeled message from the guidebook today is, do not succumb to untruths. You do not resist because you are safe, held in the love of the mother. You have no need to resist. What is there to resist? Nothing. There is only loving truth in your worlds, and all is at peace in your hearts. And should there be cause to stand up and fight for love, for freedom, for light, for her truths of unconditional life, respected and honored, well, you shall be particularly equipped for success. Here is your guidance. Lay down your weapons, for new technology awaits you. It is the most magnificent of forces, that of divine alignment, of surrender to the Star Mother and her way of luminous potency. Can you give yourself this gift, this blessing of the love, power, and protection of your star heritage? So that feels like a beautiful place to close this reading. The extended version of the reading is available in the link in the pinned comment and description box under this video if you would like to head over now to the extended with me there. Otherwise, I am wishing you the most beautiful, magical rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next reading.